Let's go, Cougars!
Oh snap! She gave me $1 to donate.
Yeah.
Got change, Terry? Just dollars? That's all we need. Dollars.
I feel like there's more donations been made. Like we collected enough to make somebody's mortgage payment.
Boys, you gotta fill this jar today.
Oh God, I didn't bring that
Oh
one.
yeah, you should.
I spent all my money on
Right.
I'll be here.
How are you? You made her.
I'm here, guys. I was just gonna say. Each one in the bathroom when we start. Oh yeah, they're right up there.
That's us. Patrick, are you putting ads on Team Snap so we have to watch them? You making side bucks on this?
I wish.
Oh, you didn't post the link yet. It's
Oh,
the same
no.
one, isn't it?
No, it's a different one. Here, I got it here.
Yeah, it's posted in Days Line though.
Where is it? The mama in your truck? No. It needs to be red. So. No, I'll go. I'm sure there's one. Are you going to get cheese? We'll grab that too. You're on my head.
Need tape on your head? Yeah, I can. Thanks. Just times two in the corner. What's that? Want some more bump bumps? You double up? Yeah, we were here for a derby or what tournament was it? Oh, the other one? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Two on here and then one on the other side. Oh, yeah.
Are they not allowed?
I did.
Oh.
They are.
Hey!
I mean,
Yeah, I see that.
yeah.
Yes! Come on, moms! Yes! Yeah! Woo-hoo! Let's go, Cougars!
Anybody only see Dave's face here?
You want to give him a pom-pom mustache?
Oh, I already told you. Just because we stayed
They don't lose them, you got to give them all back.
in our room by 8:15, and I'm like, and do not challenge me. Do not.
Yeah, we had the same conversation. Yeah.
I'm like, there is no challenging. Otherwise, I'll take your ass home and you will earn your $180 in life. Just like, don't.
Well, now we only got black ones left.
Oh, I
You.
have
Patrick's got
Where'd you get those from? I know that's what I are.
anyone over there?
Anyone want some pom-poms?
No. No.
I'm not interested.
No.
But we're way better fans. You can have extra blacks if you want.
Everyone always tries to do
Okay, well, you gotta keep a hand free though. Around with the gold. Okay, so keep money in your
Stop back from Calgary. It was fun.
gas station change.
Girls hockey even know how to party. I was like, why don't they have like this big like dance party? Like, oh yeah, no, this is great. Why don't they do
Let's go, Cougars! Get your money ready!
Number 12, Jonathan Courtois.
Let's go, Cougars! Come on, Connell, we want to see a hat trick. Fire up, Cougars!
Good evening, Cougar fans. We're down in Camrose. First playoff game of the season for the KC Cougars. They face off against the Sherwood Park Arrows. Keep an eye out for number 9, Cade Schellenberg. He leads the team with 26 goals and 36 points. For the Cougars, Jason Liu leading the team in points. Aiden Kirkton Goodfellow will start for the Cougars. Cougars, KC Cougars finished second in the Capital Division. Arrows in 10th, but should be a great game. KC will be wearing the black and yellow. Arrows in the white and green.
Let's go, Cougars!
Lou out for the draw. Woodward on the left wing, Murphy on the right. McConnell lefty, Chaudhry righty.
Let's go, boys!
Puck drop, sits in the middle, brought into the KC zone. Chaudhry there. Puck slips to the corner. Arrows out front, pass, shot, save, rebound. Held by Aiden. Early chance for the Arrows. We'll get a face-off. To the right. In the KC zone. Lou out for the draw. Face-off one back. McConnell giving chase. McConnell behind his own net. Centers it for Lou. Lou with speed up the middle. Lou stays with it. Lou has a pass to the outside. Centers it off a skate behind the net. Comes to the Arrows. Chip back behind their net. Lou will pick it up. Puck rolls to the corner. Kept in by Woodward. Comes to the point. Chaudhry. He'll chip it deep for Woodward. Woodward in the corner. Shot goes high and wide. Kept in by McConnell. McConnell flicks it to the net. Save. Picked up by the Arrows. Puck comes out front, but picked up by Sherwood Park. Lou there. Turns it over, but Arrows will get it back. Arrows up the ice. Comes just to the red line. Chaudhry chips it back into the arrow zone. They'll regroup in their own zone. Blocked by Dornbush. Dornbush in the slot. Shot scores! Dornbush opens the scoring. 13:50 in the first. And the KC Cougars take an early lead. Great job by Dornbush to interrupt that clearing attempt. Puck one back to the Arrows. They'll go D to D. Kept in by Giacobo. Puck rolls when picked up by the Arrows. They'll skate it up. They're over center. Peters will interrupt that rush. Arrows regroup. Puck brought in offside. We'll get a whistle just outside the KC zone. Dornbush out for the draw. Giacobo Trasinski on the wings. Picked up by Trasinski. Trasinski into the arrow zone. Puck rolls off his stick, but he slides it to the net. Couple bats at it, but it's held out. Puck chipped up the boards. Kept in by Stump, but he'll come to the Arrows. They'll get over half. Arrows to the right-hand side. Stick interrupts that rush. Puck rolls behind the KC zone, picked up by Dornbush. Up to Trasinski. He'll get it into the Arrow zone. Trasinski in the slot, makes a move. Puck rolls to the net, and it's covered. And we'll get a face-off. Face-off to the right of the Arrow zone. Pierce out for the draw. Pierce wins it back to McConnell. McConnell, shot, save, rolls to the corner. Picked up by Pierce. He'll slide it back for Sanders. Sanders out front. Pierce can't get a shot away. Barrett's chasing. Puck sits on the boards. Rolls behind the Arrows net. Sanders giving chase. Arrows will get it. They'll center it. Comes back. McConnell with it on the blue line. McConnell in the boards, pinching it in. Puck rolls back. Staver. Staver will center it. Picked off by the Arrows. Shot. Scores! And the Arrows tie it up. 12-18 left in the first. Face off coming to center. Pierce out. Puck one back to the Arrows, but picked up by Barrett. He'll slide it down. Pierce giving chase. Arrows will dump it behind their net. Reverse it. Picked up by the Arrows. They'll try to center it, but Barrett there holds that puck in. Battle on the sidewall. Both players go down. Pierce in to help. Comes out front, but picked off by the Arrows. They'll get it up the ice. Over center. Arrows with it still. In the KC zone. They go wide. Pierce back to help. Pierce will bring that around, but it'll be picked up by the Arrows. They'll slide it behind the KC net. Stafer there in the corner. He goes down. Puck battle on the sidewall. Pierce there to help. Battle for it on the sidewall. Arrows comes out with it. They'll rim it around. McConnell giving chase. He'll chip it up the boards. Puck comes to Sanders. Sanders will chip it to center, but picked up by the Arrows. McConnell will pick it up on his own blue line, and he'll shoot it down. Pierce there on the forecheck. Arrows D to D behind their net. They'll bring it up. Pierce interrupts that. Arrows will retreat behind their net. Arrows up the boards. Held in by Chaudhry. Puck sent down low. Arrows up the board. Stump there. He chips it deep. Arrows in the slot. They'll chip it up. Puck held in by Murphy. Arrows regrouping. Arrows behind their net. They'll rim it around. Picked off by Woodward. Woodward in the corner. Centers. Stump to stump. Stump at their own blue. He'll chip it in. KC will reset. Puck comes to center. Hits a bounce, but chip back to center. Arrows with it. Loses it to Lou. Lou in the arrow zone. Lou with a move. He's down. No call. None coming. Puck chipped around the corner. Chipped up to Arrows. They'll center it. Arrows into the KC zone. Puck rolls to the corner. Both players go down. Puck sent at the net. Cleared. Picked up by the Arrows. Puck again. Kept in by the Arrows. Centered. Lou there. He'll finally get this out. Puck will roll into the Arrows zone. Arrows will regroup. They'll come up the middle. Centering. Over the red line. Stood up by KC. Dornbush with it. Dornbush with some speed. Through the middle. Dornbush. Shot save. Rebound and covered by the Arrows goaltender. Good chance again by Dornbush. But the Arrows goaltender with a save keeps this 1-1. Dornbush will stay out. Stafer with Peters on D. Dornbush behind the Arrows net. Tries to center, but off the stick and rolls to the corner. Puck battle in the corner. Puck Arrows come out with it. Arrows centers it off a skate, and it rolls all the way down. No icing. Peters behind his net. Puck rimmed up the boards, but kept in by the Arrows. Puck back to Peters. Kept in again, but finally chipped down all the way. This will be icing. Face-off will come all the way back to the Cougars' end. 8:31 left in the first. Dornbush out for the draw. He's got Giacobo and Trasinski on the wings. Puck one back to the Arrows. They try to go D to D. Puck kept in but brought out by Dornbush. Dornbush on the right-hand side. Makes a move. Save. Puck rolls behind the net. Picked up by Cougars. It's centered all the way up top. Momentarily kept in, but puck will roll to center. Arrows regrouping. Off a skate to McConnell. He'll chip it ahead. Puck comes to Trasinski at center. Puck rolls off his stick. Arrows will counterattack. Arrows in the Cougar zone. They'll drive wide. Set shot off the back of the net. Puck rolls to the corner. They'll reverse it. McConnell's there. He chips it up the boards. Puck will roll all the way down. Puck will be icing. Come all the way back. 7:37 left in the first. A little bit timid pace so far for both teams. Pierce out for the draw. He's got Sanders and Barrett. Puck one to the side. Arrows will chip it behind the Cougar net. Peters there to collect. He'll chip it up the boards for Sasinski. He'll shoot it down, and this will be icing again for the Cougars. 7:23 left in the first. Pierce will stay for the draw. Right hand side to Aiden. Puck one to the corner, stump there. Stump behind his net. Chips it over to Peters. Peters up the boards, picked off by the Arrows. Arrows behind, centered. Trasinski will try to ice it, but kept in by the Arrows. Puck rolled behind the net. Peters there. Peters collects it. Up to Trasinski, or up to Barrich. Barrich over the blue line. Pierce will chip it back to him. Barrich, center, shot, goes wide. Sanders would like more on that shot, but the puck comes to the Arrows. Arrows with speed. 2-on-1 down low, centered. Bobble the puck, but held in. D to D. Arrows with it. Shot, rebound, sits in front. Picked up by Barrich. Barrich rolls it to the side. Puck still in. Barrich centers it. Finally gets it to center to Sanders. Sanders with Pierce. Sanders, shot, goes wide, rims around. Arrows will pick it up with speed through the middle. Arrows in the Cougar zone. Picked up by Stafer. He'll rim it around to Murphy. Murphy chips it ahead. Puck will roll all the way down for icing. 6 minutes left in the first. Lou out for the draw with Woodward and Murphy. Stafer and McConnell back on D. Lou, one back to the Arrow. Shot, saved, covered, and kept by Aiden. We'll redo the face-off to the right of Aiden. Lou out for the draw. Puck one to the side. McConnell battling. Picked up by the Arrows. Woodward tries to chip it, but held in. Puck rolls to Stafer behind his own net. He'll rim it around to Murphy. Murphy centers it to Lou, but it's picked off by the Arrows. Arrows will regroup and go into the Cougar zone. Centering pass through the middle, but picked up. Lost to the Arrows. Murphy will finally pick up the puck and center it to Woodward. Woodward gets it in, makes a move, centers it to Lou. Shot blocked. Lou rims it back to Stafer. Stafer will send it back down low. Lou with it, rubbed off the puck. Murphy in the help. Lou with it. Centers to Woodward. Shot off the crossbar. Murphy keeps it in. Puck rolls off his stick. Battle for it at center. Puck goes all the way down. Rimmed around to McConnell. McConnell gets it. McConnell with it at center. McConnell with a move. Stays with it. Puck off his stick to the Arrows. Chipped around the boards, but Chaudhry keeps it in. Chips it up to Murphy. Murphy, shot, save, rebound, another save. Miraculous save by the Arrows goaltender. Puck rolls all the way down. Puck comes to Murphy. Rolls all the way back to the Arrows' end. On the sidewall, kept in by Stump. Picked off by the Arrows. They'll bring it up through the middle.
Hustle, Rex, hustle!
They'll go wide. They'll chip it at the net. Save. Covered. 4 minutes left in this first. Both teams getting chances. Dornbush out for the draw. Puck one back, picked up by Chaudhry, behind his own net. Chaudhry up the ice to Krasinski. Krasinski will center it, but Arrows will interrupt that and counterattack. Arrows in the Cougars' end. Puck bounces off a few sticks, but comes back to the Arrows. Sits in the slot. Stump there to recover. He'll chip it out, but kept in by the Arrows. Puck will finally get out. Arrows regroups in their own end. They'll go D to D. Arrows keeps with it. Over center. Arrows in the Cougars' end. They drive wide. Centered, but blocked. Chaudhry there. He'll skate reverse. He'll reverse it behind his own net. Stump there, passes it up to Giacobo. Off his stick to the Arrows. Shot floated through the middle. Rolls to the corner. Puck sits there. Rolls to the corner. Arrows pick it up. Centered, but it goes wide. Cougars can't get the puck out. Chasinski there. Tries to center. Chaudhry will pick it up. He'll skate it up and center it to Giacobo. Giacobo into the Arrows zone. He'll center it, but no one's home. Arrows will pick it up and they'll chip it out. Arrows over center. They'll slide it to the Cougars' end. Peters will pick it up. Peters to Pierce. Pierce into the Arrow zone. Pierce tries to center it, but picked off by the Arrows. Arrows comes around, but kept in by Sanders. Sanders goes down, picked up by the Arrows. Puck comes out, and that'll be played offside, and we'll have a whistle here. Pierce's line will stay out. 2:02 left in the first. Send into the corner. Pierce and Barrett chasing. Pierce Arrows behind their own net. Centered, and the Arrows will make it up the ice. Arrows into the Cougar zone. Around the D. Centering. Nice stick by Peters. Rebound. Shot. Save. Peters picks up the rebound. To Barrett on the wall. He'll chip it, but it's intercepted by the Arrows. Stafer with it. He'll chip it up. Arrows will send it back deep. Peters with it, or Barrett there. Pierce comes back. He'll finally get it out. Pierce will try to get around, but it's rubbed off the puck. Arrows regroup. Arrows with it in their own zone. But picked off by Peters. Peters with it. Puck, he stays with it. He'll send it back up top. McConnell, shot blocked, rebound, blocked again. Puck to the corner. Pierce there. Puck chips up. Kept in momentarily, but it's held up, shot down the ice. Picked up by McConnell. Minute left in the first. Arrows with it in the middle of the ice. Arrows will regroup. Picked up by Pierce. Center to Sanders. Sanders collects it in the slot. Sanders shot, save, no rebound. 33 seconds left in the first. Very timid first period for both teams. Lou out for the draw. Woodward and Murphy. 33 seconds left in the first. Puck one to Woodward. Back to Chaudhry. Chaudhry tries to get it, but it chips off a skate. Arrows will have a chance. McConnell giving chase. He'll whack that puck off the skate. Puck comes around. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds left. Comes out to Lou. Lou, 12 seconds. Lou. Oh, play brought offside. 9 seconds left in the first. Lucky break for the Arrows. Lou had some speed there. Lou out for the draw. Puck chipped into the Arrows' end. 5 seconds left. Puck rolls to the corner. 3 seconds left. Arrows picks it up. And that will do it for the first period. We'll take a commercial break here. Teams will switch ends. Scores tied after 1. Blue line out to start. With Stumping Peters on deep.
Let's go, Cougars!
Looks like Cougars have a slight edge in shot. 12-8. Blue out for the draw. 1 back to Woodward to Stump. D to Peters. Off his stick. Rolls to the side. Chipped up to Murphy. Murphy throws it out to the middle. Picked off by the Arrows. Lou back to interrupt that rush. Lou up the boards. Hits the ref's skate. Picked up by Stump. They'll ice it down. No icing. Arrows there will pick it up. They'll back to their own D. Off a skate. Woodward, side of the net. Puck sits there. Arrows picks it up. They'll center it. Arrows up. Breakaway. Arrows. Lots of time on the left wing. Nice stick by Murphy to get back. Puck rims around. Lou centers it to Woodward. Woodward up the right wing. Puck rolls to the corner. Picked up by the Arrows. Puck comes out top. Centered. Picked off by McConnell.
Talk, boys, talk!
He'll chip down all the way to the Arrows end. Dornbush out. Arrows will collect into the corner. Up to the middle. Arrows with speed. Arrows into the Cougars end. Breakaway shot off crossbar. Comes out. Arrows with it. Arrows keep it in. Shot off a body. Sits in front, but covered by Aiden. Great chance by the Arrows. Their top scorer getting a partial breakaway. Lucky break for the Cougars, hitting the crossbar. Dornbush out for the draw. Puck won back by the Arrows, but picked off by McConnell. He'll ice it down. Face-off will come all the way back. Both teams will not change. Dornbush at the draw. 13-18 left in the second. Run back to Stafford. Behind his own net. Up the board to Jasinski. Puck slides off his stick, and Arrows will pick it up. Arrows top scorer with speed around McConnell. Penalty coming for the Cougars. This will be McConnell for tripping, I believe. And the Arrows will go on the power play with 13 minutes left in this second. Big kill for the Cougars.
Let's go, Cougars!
Pierce, Barrage, Stafer, and Chaudhry out to kill this penalty off. Puck sits on the face-off dot, picked up by Barrage. He'll try to get it out, but it's held in. Pierce will get a second opportunity and send this puck down. Pierce giving chase. Arrows goalie out will rim it around. Arrows will center it. Arrows with speed in the Cougar zone. Chaudhry there will interrupt that rush. Puck sail, but Arrows will get the puck back. Pierce will get the puck and skate it up the ice. Pierce will then send a shot. Sails to the corner. Arrows D to D. They'll rim it around to the sidewall. Nice stick to shoot that back in. 1 minute, 13 left in the Cougars penalty. Arrows will bring it in. Puck rolls to the behind the net. Arrow stays with it. Centering. Rolls just wide. Arrow still with it. Hits the side of the net. Picked up by Chaudhry. Chaudhry with it. He'll dump it up. Held in by the Arrows. Arrows around. Stay with it. Shot. Centering. Scores! And Arrows take a 2-1 lead on the power play. With 12 minutes left in the second. Blue out with Murphy and Woodward. Peters and Stump. Face off, one back by the Arrows. They'll chip it ahead. Stump there with the puck. Stump will lose it to the Arrows. They'll get it behind the center. Shot, rebound. Saved by David. Nice to keep that puck sucking the rebound. Face off to the left of the Cougars goaltender. Blue out for the draw. Wins it back to Peters. Peters behind his own net. He'll chip it up to Woodward. Woodward chips it to center. Arrows back. Blue giving chase. Arrows chip the puck up. Held in by the Cougars. Blue with it, but picked off his stick. Puck slides behind the Arrow net and rimmed around the boards. Puck comes back to the Arrows. Arrows skate the puck up. Arrows stay with it. Puck rolls behind the Cougars net. Puck sits there, chipped up to Woodward. Woodward loses it, pinned on the boards. He'll get it back. Woodward up to center. Woodward into the Arrows zone, makes a move. Shots, rebound, picked up by Lou. Lou with it, but rolls off his stick. Comes to center. Nice stick by Stump, but Arrows will get it back. Arrows in the Cougar zone, makes a move, but stopped by Peters. Peters over the blue line. Peters with it, taking incredible amount of hacks, no penalty. Peters to the net, moves, puck sits there and covered by the Arrows goaltender. Pierce out for the draw. Sanders and Barrett, McConnell and Chaudhry. Puck sits on the face-off dot. They battle for it. Arrows picks it up. They'll chip it to the middle. Arrows makes a move around McConnell. Arrows in the KC zone. They'll stand up. Delayed. Hits a skate. Picked up by Sanders. Sanders slides the puck into the Arrows net. He'll chase it down. He'll try to center, hits another skate. Centering pass, jumps over Pierce's stick. Shot back into the middle. McConnell there to rim it around. Arrows will pick it up. Arrows go D to D. Arrows chip it up, but held in by Chaudhry. He'll chip it down the Arrows end. Puck rolls behind the net. Comes out front, but Cougars can't get a stick on it. Arrows try to center, but they can't collect. Arrows delays. Puck chips off the skate. Comes to the Cougars. They'll roll off the stick. Arrows regroup. Arrows in the KC net. They'll chip it behind. Chaudhry there, but it's picked up by the Arrows. Arrows stay with it. They'll move it. Nice stick. Get the rebound. Shot goes wide. McConnell collects. He'll try to chip it out. It does. Puck rolls. Arrows giving chase. Arrows centers it. Arrows into the KC zone. They'll collect on the faceoff dot. Shot wide. Goes around the boards. 8:20 left in the second. Puck up top. Sent down low. Arrows will pick it up.
Let's go,
Puck
Cougars!
sent around the Cougars' net. Puck comes to the corner. Arrows there. Collected by McConnell. He loses it to the Arrows. They'll send it back up, but it will roll all the way back. This will be no icing. Puck comes out. Centered. Shot. Save. Rebound. Collected by the Cougars. Rolls off their stick. Collected by the Arrows. They'll try to get it out, but it hits a skate. Kept out by Stafer. Puck rolls to the side. Arrows gets it in the Cougar zone. Trasinski on the wall. Kept in by the Arrows. Puck sits there. They battle at it. 4 Cougars and 2 Arrows. Puck finally comes to Dornbush. He gets it into the Arrows' end. Dornbush. Puck rolls to the corner and picked up by the Arrows. Peters keeps it in. Sends it down low for Murphy. Murphy loses it. Collected by the Arrows. Murphy giving chase. Puck behind the Arrows net. Dornbush there. Puck reversed. Arrows gets it back. They'll center it to Woodward. He'll keep it. Puck slides. Picked up by Murphy. Murphy goes down. Penalty coming for the Arrows. Cougars will go on the power play with 6:30 left in the second. Lou out for the draw. Wins it back to Stomp. Stomp shots. Rebound scores! Woodward with the tip. That ties this game up at 6:30. Quick response from the Cougars on the power play.
Let's go, boys!
Nice tip by Woodward. Ties this game up. Blue out for the draw.
Let's go, boys!
6:25 left in the second. Puck sits at the face-off dot. Picked up by Murphy. Murphy to the middle. Murphy, backhand. Slides off his stick. Puck goes, sits at the corner. Collected by the Arrows. Chipped up the boards, but held in by Lou. Lou pucks it at the net. Shot rolls behind the net. Picked up by Lou. Out front to Murphy. Murphy with it, but picked up by the Arrows. They'll send it around. Puck slides to the center. Chaudhry giving chase. Arrows getting free, but stick collected. Shot saved and held for the rebound. Good chance from the Arrows. 5:44 left in the second. Pierce out for the draw. Left-hand side of Aiden. Face off, one back. Puck battle, both players go down. Puck sits there, but picked up by McConnell. He'll center it to Barrett. Barrett sends it back to Pierce. Pierce with some room. Forehand shot. Right into the basket of the Arrows netminder. But we'll get a face-off in their zone. 5:28 left in the second. Pierce out. Puck sits on the dot. Picked up by Pierce. Centered. Off Barrett's stick. Stafer chips in. But puck comes out to the Arrows. Arrows center it. Off their stick. Nice stick by McConnell to interrupt that rush. Sanders chips it up to Barrett. Puck stays in momentarily. Sits on the blue line. Picked up by Sanders. Now to Barrett. Barrett with it. Barrett moves it to Pierce. Puck rolls off his stick. Stafer pinching, rims it around. Pierce there. Hits a stick, rolls back to the corner. Arrows trying to get it out, and they do. They'll center it. Arrows will get over center in the Cougars zone. Stick, puck rolls off the stick in the corner. Pierce there. They battle for it. McConnell will collect. McConnell up to Sanders. Sanders centers it for Barrett, but he can't get there. But he'll get an opportunity anyway. Barrett, shot, save. Rebound rolls behind the net. Arrows will pick it up. Arrows will bring it out. And chipped off the skate. Peters back to collect. Peters in his own zone. Makes a move. Peters with it. Sends it up to Giacobo. Giacobo loses it. Puck rolls to the Arrows. Puck comes back and rolls all the way down. Stump in his own zone. Stump with it. Centers it to Peters. Peters up, but picked off by the Arrows. They'll roll it back to Peters. Peters flips it up to Shasinski. Shasinski over the right wing. Gets it in the Arrow zone. Penalty coming for the Arrows. Delayed penalty. Puck sits on the half wall. Arrows will finally touch it, and the Cougars will go back on the penalty power play. Tripping is the call. Krasinski a little shooken up, but make it back to the bench. Lou out for the draw.
Go Cougars, do it again, boys.
Lou wins it back to Peters. Peters with it. Peters walk in. Shot. Rebound. Behind the net. Murphy collects. Murphy with it in the corner. Murphy rims it around off the skate of Lou. Lou behind the Arrows net. Back to Murphy. Picked up by Lou. Lou back to Stump. Stump shot. Picked up by Lou. Lou off his stick. Picked up by the Arrows. Kept in by Stump. Stump. Another shot. Another deflection. On net. Rebound behind the net. Picked up by the Arrows. They'll chip it up. Held in by Stump. Kept into Murphy. Murphy through the middle. Goes down. Off a skate. Lou with it. Murphy down. Woodward. Shot. Rebound. Sits there. We'll get a whistle. Murphy shaken up on that play. Minute 7 left in the Cougar power play. 2:30 left in the second. Game's tied 2-2. We'll take a small commercial break. right, we'll regroup. Face off coming outside the arrow zone. Lou out for the draw. Puck one back to Dornbush. Dornbush chips it ahead to Woodward. Woodward with it. Rolls it to the net. Shot goes into the corner. Pass up top to Chaudhry. Chaudhry centers. Chip just above. Woodward with it in the corner. Woodward delays. Tries to center but gets it back. Woodward flicks it to the middle. Picked up by the Arrows. Dornbush gets it back though. Dornbush in the corner. Dornbush with it. Lou there to help out. Lou gets it back. Lou in the corner. Taking a look. Lou with it. Centering. Sits in the crease. Puck rolls to the corner. Behind the Arrows net. Nice stick. Puck sits there momentarily. Off a body. Held in, but finally the Arrows will get it. Puck chipped all the way down. 10 seconds left in the power play. Collected by McConnell. McConnell in his own zone. Chips it ahead, hits the puck back. Puck comes out and will be shot back in. That will do it for the Cougars power play. Chaudhry with it. Chaudhry with it. Picked up by Woodward. Woodward over center. Steams it ahead but rolls to the Arrows. Arrows will center it. Into the middle. Comes to McConnell. He'll chip it up the boards. Woodward giving chase. Woodward 2-on-1 with Lou. Woodward backhand goes high and wide. Picked up by Lou. But the Arrows will get it back. They'll bring it up. Centered. Over center. Nice kick by Peters. But Arrows will get it back. In play brought in offside. 35 seconds left in the second. Pierce out for the draw. Pierce with Barrich and Sanders. Might be a chance for one last rush. Arrows getting tossed out for the late change. Face off just outside the Cougar zone. Puck brought in by the Arrows. Picked up by Barrich. He'll backhand it into the Arrows end. Picked up by the Arrows D. Off a skate. Rolls to the corner. 25 seconds left. Pierce giving chase. Pierce with it. Centers off a few skates. Sanders battling for it, but picked up by the Arrows. They'll get it out to center. Puck slides in the Cougars' end. Comes to Peters. He'll chip it ahead. 5 seconds left. Sanders with it over center. He'll slide it in. And that will do it for the second period. Oh, sure. Sounds good. We have a young Peters waving to the camera. All right, third period. Game's tied 2-2. Cougars with a slight advantage in shots. 20-14.
Let's go, Cougars!
But the score is tied. Dornbush out for the draw. Giacomo and Trasinski out. Puck sits on the faceoff dot, picked up by the Arrows. They'll get it over center. Rolls into the Cougars' end. Arrows. Giacomo's there, will pick it up. Oh, sorry, Dornbush. Dornbush with the move, has some room. Dornbush, backhand, scores! And the Cougars take a 3-2 lead. 19:40 left in the third period. Nice burst of speed by Dornbush to get by the defenders. Lou out for the draw. Face off, one back by the Arrows. They'll roll it in front of their own blue. Lou with it, back to McConnell. McConnell with it. Skates it up a bit, loses it to the Arrows, but Lou will get it back. Lou in the Arrow zone. Lou with it. Shot, rebound, comes out front but picked up by the Arrows. They'll skate it up the ice. They'll center. Arrows with it in the KC zone. Shot, save, rebounding, held by Aiden. 19 left in the third. Face off to the left of Aiden. Face off sits on the face off dot. Picked up by Murphy. Rolls to Woodward. Woodward with it. Over center. Into the Arrow zone. Backhanded in. Behind the Arrows net. They'll collect. They'll send it up the boards. Arrows with it. Kept in by Lou. He'll chip it ahead. Pucks backhands it to Murphy. Picked off by the Arrows. They'll center. Hits a skate, but comes out to center. Murphy there to collect. Murphy with it. Murphy into the Arrow zone. Slides it all the way down. Picked up by the Arrows. They'll slide it behind their own net. Up the boards. Bounce pass. Arrows comes to center. Arrows with it. Nice stick by Stafer to interrupt that rush. They'll roll it down to McConnell. McConnell in the corner. McConnell with it. Up to Lou. Lou with it. Over center. Lou rubbed off the puck, but it comes to Murphy. Murphy with it in the slot. He'll roll it to Woodward in the corner. Puck sits there and picked up by Woodward. Slides off his stick to the Arrows. Penalty coming for KC. Woodward will head to the box. 2 minutes body contact. With 17:50 left in the third. And the Arrows will go on a power play. Pierce out for the draw. Puck one back to Peters. Puck rolls to the corner. Peters with it. Peters will send it into the Arrow zone. He'll kill some time. Arrows back to collect. Pierce on him. Arrows behind their net. Regrouping. Puck slides to the middle. Stump giving chase. Stump with it. He'll chip it up. Off a skate. Held in. Kept in by the Arrows. Sent in. Puck's covered by Aiden. Minute 27 left in the Cougars penalty. 17:10 left in the third.
Let's go, Cougars!
Aiden will adjust his gear. Face off to the left of him. Dornbush out for the draw. Puck won back by the Arrows. Cougar, finally it's chipped out by Dornbush. Held in at center by the Arrows. They'll chip it in. Now they'll move it in the Cougar zone. Puck sent across. McConnell giving chase. McConnell in his own corner. McConnell reverses it up the boards. This will come out and roll all the way into the Arrow zone. Minute left in the KC penalty. Arrows regrouping in their own end. Dornbush interrupts that rush. Dornbush, right-hand side. He'll with it. He'll skate it around. Dornbush stays with it. Dornbush tries to center but picked off by the Arrows. Arrows over center. Arrows into the Cougar zone. Through the middle. Chaudhry with the stick bats that away, but Arrows have it up high. They'll send it to the middle. Shot blocked by McConnell. Into the corner. Battle for it. Puck comes to Dornbush. Dornbush, penalty coming. Penalty coming for the Arrows. Goalie will come out to touch it. And it's whistled down. 11 seconds will be 4-on-4. And then the Cougars will go on a power play. 2 minutes slashing. 16 minutes left in the third. Be 4-on-4 for 11 seconds, and then Cougars will go on the power play. Lou, Murphy, Stafer, Peters out. Puck one back, slides out of the Arrow zone. Peters with it. Peters on the red line, loses it to the Arrows. They'll send it down. This will be icing. Just as the penalty expired, lucky break for the Cougars. They'll get an ozone face-off. Lou with Murphy and Woodward. Peter and Stafer on D. Puck one back to Peters. Peters with it. Over to Stafer. Stafer walks in. Shot. Rebound. Sits in front. They bang away at it, but it rolls to the corner. Murphy's down. Picked up by Lou. He'll slide it to the net. Picked up by Woodward. Off his stick. Woodward with it. In the corner. Woodward around the Arrows net. Woodward out front, but blocked by the Arrows goaltender. .120 left in the Cougars power play. Murphy a little shaken up, but stays out. Lou out for the draw, left-hand side. Lou back to Peters. Peters over to Stafer. Stafer walks in. Shot scores! Stafer with the power play goal at 15-10 in the third. Great shot. Gives the Cougars a 2-goal lead. Cougars 2 for 3 on the power play tonight. Dornbush out for the draw. Face off, one back to the Arrows, but slides in their own zone. They'll regroup. Arrows behind their net. Arrows with it with speed. Arrows still have it, over half. They'll bring it in the Cougar zone. Pressured by Dornbush. Arrows stays centered. Puck up top. Shot saved. Rolls to Chaudhry. Chaudhry chips it up, but comes to the Arrows. Arrows try to go D to D. Arrows keep it in. Rolls to the corner. Arrows sends it out, gloved and held. With 14:30 left in the third. Dornbush out for the draw. Wins it to the corner. Chaudhry there. Chaudhry rims it around to Trasinski. He'll collect. Centers it to Dornbush. Dornbush with it at center. He'll drive wide. Dornbush centers. Giacomo scores! And the Cougars take a 3-goal lead. 14-15 left in the third. Great effort by Dornbush to beat his man and send a silver platter to Giacomo, who bangs it home. Pierce out for the draw. Chipped into the Arrow zone. Arrows up the boards. Comes back to Stafer. Arrows have it though. They'll bring it in the Cougars' end. Nice stick by McConnell. Puck stays up top. McConnell with it. He'll shoot it to center. Arrows regroup. They'll dump it in. Stafer there. Chips it ahead. Rolls through the neutral zone. Arrows back in their own end. Arrows behind their net. They'll center it. He'll come up top. Arrows will get it through center.
Back check, boys. Let's go.
Puck rolls to the side. Stafer there. Picks it up. Picked up by Pierce. Pierce chips it ahead to Barrich. Barrich will give it back to Pierce. Pierce centers it. Off a stick. Sanders can't get it. Sanders stays with it. Puck rolls behind the Arrows net. They'll chip it up the boards. McConnell comes down to pinch. McConnell with it. Shot. Save. Rebound. They poke at it. Puck's cleared. McConnell's there though. McConnell chips it ahead. Blocked. Comes to the Arrows. They go through the neutral zone. Over center. Into the Cougars' end. Picked up by McConnell. McConnell centers it to Sanders. Sanders with it. Brings it into the Arrows. 2-on-1. Shot. Save. Rebound goes to the corner. Rolls up top. Held in by Stump, but Arrows will pick it up and start skating. 2-on-1 for the Arrows. 1-on-1. Oh, Arrows player loses an edge. Picked up by Peters. Peters sends it to Barrich. Barrich with some room. Shot, save, and held. With 12:24 left in the third. Game's starting to open up a little bit. Lou out for the draw. Lou with Murphy and Woodward. Stump and Peters on defense. Puck one back to Peters. Peters chips it down. Woodward's there. Puck rolls to the corner. Puck sits on the sidewall. They battle for it. Arrows will get it over center. Arrows with speed into the Cougars' end. Rolls off their stick, collected by Peters. Peters skates it up. Peters up through into the Arrow zone. He'll center it back to Murphy. Murphy stays with it. Shot, save, rebound. Held by the Arrows, but it comes loose. Arrows picks it up. They'll center. Arrows coming out. They'll chip it in. Rolls to the sidewall. Peters with it. Peters chips it up. Picked off by the Arrows. Arrows will chip it back in. Peters in his own corner. Peters taking a look. Centering pass to Lou, but can't collect. Arrows with it. They'll center it through. All the way down. McConnell giving chase. They'll battle for it. But Arrows will pick it up in the other corner. Puck sits there. Picked up by Lou. Penalty coming. Delayed penalty. Arrows with it. Finally, it's touched by the Cougars. And I believe Lou's going to the box for tripping. Cougar fans don't like it, but that's what's happening just the same.
Fans want a mulligan.
Actually, it's Peters with the penalty. Big kill for the Cougars with 11 minutes left in the third. Up 5-2. Dornbush out for the draw. Wins it to the corner. Chaudhry there. But Arrows will collect the puck. Chaudhry stays with it. Picked up by Dornbush. He'll try to chip it ahead, but rubbed off the puck. Arrows centers it. Up high. Shot saved. Goes to the corner. And shot down the ice by Dornbush. Oh.
What happened?
Goalie play called. Goalie equipment adjustment. I don't know where the face-off will be. Potentially it'll come all the way back to the Cougar zone. Face-off will be just outside the Cougar zone. Cougars goalie looks ready to go here. Dornbush out for the draw. Puck one in the KC zone. McConnell there. Chip tries to chip it out, but held in by Arrows. Arrows with some speed. Puck rolls to the corner. Dornbush there. He'll chip it around the boards. Held in by the Arrows. Chip down low. Dornbush there. Chipped up the boards. Rolls all the way in the Arrows' end. Minute 15 left and the Cougars penalty. Arrows with it. With speed over center. Arrows top score. Makes a move. Shot. Save. Rebound. Goes to the corner. Chipped out but held in. Arrows D. Shot. Another save. McConnell tries to get there. Chip to the corner. Comes out. Sent up top. Held in by the Arrows. Shot blocked by Giacobo. Giacobo with it. He goes down. No call. Oh, it is a call. Penalty coming to the Arrows. 2 minutes for body contact. And it'll be 4-on-4 for 40 seconds. Good chances both ends of the ice. 9:33 left in the third of game one. Giacobo shaken up on that play. We'll have a moment. Will be 4-on-4 for 40 seconds for the Peters penalty, and then it will be a power play for the Cougars. Giacobo getting up, helped off the ice by Coach Mike. Giacobo will get to the box. Looks like the Arrows players getting ejected. Might be a 5-minute penalty here. Waiting for the score clock to get updated. Arrows bench getting an explanation of the penalty. Lots of chatting of what the call is. Waiting for the scoreboard to give you people watching at home.
Oh, I'm screwing you up. Holy Christ.
Lots of activity here. Nothing on the score clock. 5-minute major. So Cougars will go on extended power play. After the Peters penalty expires. Lou out for the draw. Lou wins it clean, too clean. He'll roll all the way down. Picked up by Stafford. Behind his own net. Stafford up to Dornbush. Centered to Lou. Lou with speed on the left-hand side. He cuts back up to Stafford. Loses it to the Arrows. Arrows with some room. Arrows partial breakaway. Shot saved. No rebound. Held by Aiden. 5 seconds left in the Peters penalty. And Cougars will go on an extended power play with 9 minutes left in the second. Pierce with Sanders, Stump, and Staver out. Face off one to Stump. He'll reverse it back around his net. Stafer there. Chipped to the middle to Pierce. Penalties expired. Cougars on the power play. But Arrows will collect the puck in the Cougar zone. Back up top. Arrows with it. But Sanders will... Oh, penalty coming for the Cougars. Tripping is the call. Pierce in the box for 2-minute tripping. Will be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. I didn't see that one, but will be 4-on-4. Face off. Sanders, shot blocked by McConnell. Comes out to the Arrows. Shot saved by Aiden. McConnell collects it. Off his stick. He'll get it back though. Sanders centers it to Barrich. Barrich giving chase. Barrich gets it in, but picked off his stick. Arrows counterattacking. Over into the Cougars' end. Arrows with it. Sent back up top. Arrows with it. Nice stick by Chaudhry. Picked up by McConnell. McConnell with it. Puck stays behind his net. He'll rim it around. Sanders with it. He'll center it. Picked off by the Arrows. Arrows in the Cougar zone. They'll get around. Puck comes. Sits up behind the net. They'll chip it up. Opposite corner. Centered. Puck shoots through. Up top. Shot. Save. Rebound behind the net. Arrows collect. Arrows will reverse it. Chaudhry there battling. But Arrows will collect it. Pass comes out to Sanders. Sanders will lose it, but pick it back up. He'll finally get it out, but kept returned by the Arrows. Arrows slides it to the middle. Picked up by McConnell. McConnell sends it to Barrich. Barrich loses it. Penalty coming. Picked up by the Cougars. Penalty for the Arrows. They'll finally touch it. And Cougars will go on the power play. Seven minutes left in the third. 24 seconds left in the Pierce penalty. So we'll get a 5-on-3 after that. So it'll be 4-on-3 for 25 seconds. Lots of open ice out there. Lou with Murphy, Stafer and Peters. Draw to the left of the Arrows goaltender. Lou out for the draw. Lou wins it back to Peters. Peters to Stafer. Off his stick to Murphy. Murphy with it. Murphy centering. Shot. Save. Gets the rebound back. Murphy with it in the corner. 10 seconds left in the Cougar penalty. Murphy stays with it. Murphy rims it around. Lou giving chase. Penalty expires. 5-on-3 power play for the Cougars. Back to Peters. Peters to Stafer. Shot. Blocked. Save. No rebound. Covered by the Arrows goaltender. 5-on-3 power play for the Cougars for 1 minute 25 seconds. 6:20 left in the third. Cougars in the lead, 5-2. Lou, Woodward, Murphy, Stafer, Peters. Arrows win the draw. Arrows with it. They'll dump it down. Picked up by Stafer. Stafer loses it. Picked up by Lou. Lou with it. Lou over in the Arrow zone. Lou drives wide. Lou stays with it. Lou behind the Arrows net. Stays with it. Back up top to Stafer. To the middle. Murphy shot. Rolls just wide. Oh, sorry, that was Woodward. Murphy behind the Arrows net. Murphy with it. Rims it around. Peters down low. Peters with it. Peters lofts a shot on net. Held by the Arrows goaltender. Face off left of the Arrows goalie. 40 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Puck won back. Woodward there on the half wall. Chips it, but up to Lou. Lou with it in the corner. Lou up top to Chaudhry. Chaudhry shot, saved, covered, and held. 26 seconds left on the 5-on-3. 5:20 left in the third. Lou out. Wins it to Woodward. Woodward tries to center it to Murphy. Murphy up top, shot, rebound. They bang at it.
Let's go, boys.
They're saying no goal. I think that puck crossed the line, but they're saying no goal. We'll redo it. Dornbush out for the draw. One to the middle, picked up by Arrows. Back to Stump. Stump shot off a skate. Comes back to Giacobo, but picked up by the Arrows. Arrows will get it out. Dornbush with it. Dornbush over to Stump. Stump up to Giacobo. Giacobo centers. Arrows penalty expires. 20 seconds left in the power play. Giacobo in the corner. Picked up by Dornbush. Back to Stump. Puck comes out to center. Stump reverses it to Dornbush. Dornbush up into the Arrows end. Cuts to the middle. Centers, but slides through everybody. Arrows will chip it out, and that will do it for the Cougars power play. Chipped up to Trasinski. Trasinski with the move. Trasinski Can't hit the net, but shot on the side of the net. Comes back to him. Chipped in the slot. Rolls off his stick. Picked up by the Arrows. Arrows with it. Arrows with speed through the middle. Arrows will backhand it in. McConnell in the corner. McConnell behind his own net. McConnell with it. McConnell stays with it. Gets it out of the zone. Over center. He'll skate it into the Arrows' end. 4 minutes left in the third. Arrows regrouping. They center it. Arrows with speed. Over center. Into the Cougar zone. Picked up by Stafer. Stafer with it behind his net. Backhands it up. Centered across to Barrich. Barrich with it. Centers it to Dornbush, but off his stick to the Arrows. Arrows chips it up. Arrows still with it. Over center. Nice stick by McConnell, but puck played offside by the Arrows. 3 minutes left in the third. 5-2 Cougars. Arrows with a huge kill. Holds this game 5-2. Pierce out for the draw. Puck sits on the face-off dot. Picked up by Sanders. Rolls it in the Cougars' end. Comes out to Sanders. And chipped out by Pierce. Barrich with it. Barrich will chip it down in. Pierce will give chase. He'll try to center off a stick. Puck sitting behind the Arrows' net. Arrows collect. Centered. Peters keeps it in. Peters with it. Peters down low. Centers it, but picked off by the Arrows. Arrows with some speed. Arrows 2-0. Stick by Sanders. Penalty coming. Still with it. Arrows with it behind the Cougars' net. Finally, it's touched by Peters. And the Arrows will go on a power play with 2:18 left. Sanders headed to the box. I believe it's hooking. 2-minute slashing is the call. Big kill by the Cougars. Lou, Murphy, McConnell. Puck one over to Chaudhry. Chaudhry rims it around. Held in by the Arrows. Chip back. McConnell on it. He'll chip it around, but it's kept in by the Arrows. Murphy there. Murphy in possession. And off the ref. Arrows will pick it up. Lou will interrupt that passing attempt. Bounce back to the Arrows. Arrows to the center. Into the Cougars' end. Arrows centered it with a move. Shot. Sails high. McConnell rims it around. Lou giving chase. Held in by the Arrows. Minute 30 left. Behind the Cougar zone. McConnell there. Puck rolls around to Chaudhry. Chaudhry makes a move. Chips it up. Held in by the Arrows. Shot back in. Arrows with it. Arrows rolls it in. McConnell with it in his own corner. He'll shoot it all the way down. Comes all the way back to the Arrows goaltender. Chipped ahead, but Lou's there. Lou will kill some more time off. Minute left in the period. 45 left in the penalty. Arrows with it. Through center. Arrows with some speed. Around. Centering. Loose stick. Interrupts that. Peters collects it. Peters sends it down. Arrows giving chase. 40 seconds left in the third. Arrows in their own end. They'll go D to D. Arrows stay with it. Nice stick by Stafer. Arrows Woodward with it. He'll chip it out. Stafer's there and he'll shoot it down. 20 seconds left in the third. Puck comes behind the Arrows net. 15 seconds left. Arrows with it. Arrows in their own end. Chipped ahead. Arrows over center. 5 seconds left. Dornbush there, chips it up to Woodward. And that will do it. Cougars 5-2 win in the first playoff game. We're back tomorrow. Thanks for joining, folks. Tune in tomorrow at 9 as the Cougars take on the Strathcona Warriors. Signing off.